So how in the world do you transition from working with the NFL to then now working with these major labels and major artists?
Yeah, it seems like a big jump, but it's really not. Once I kind of explain it. So basically, with NFL films, I was a motion graphics animator for broadcast. Do things like commercials, show intros. We would do stadium graphics for the Steelers and the Giants, to name a few. And that was my job. I would work at the NFL for essentially 7 months out of the year during the football season and a little bit after the playoffs, and then I would have this kind of downtime for 5 months. And in that 5 months, you know, where a lot of people I think would just go on vacation or collect unemployment or whatever, it's like I was like, oh, this the NFL job's great, and like they're paying me, great to like I could have just done all just went on vacation or whatever. And but my thought was like, just got to keep it moving, got to keep
Yeah.
evolving, and teamed up with some people I went to high school with that were like in a Warped Tour band called the Frantic, and would just start making music videos in my downtime. And those music videos, and sorry, what basically happened was in 2012 or 2013. Do you remember the Harlem Shake?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
So that phenomenon, like I think, changed everything for me and Simeon in the weirdest way possible. I had nothing to do with it,
Okay.
but but this is what it did to the industry. Is that so that song? I don't know all the specifics behind it, but however that whenever that song happened and it was on YouTube and hundreds of millions of plays, it was the biggest song in the world, but it wasn't charting, right? And what they did, at least at that time, is they started taking in video streams, and I think what they had is I think they had like up to three streams were allowed to how a song charts, or however that was, right? And so then all these major artists started putting out not only an official video but a visualizer video, a lyric video, a behind the scenes video, and all of those somehow counted to how they chart. I don't know all the semantics behind
Really?
it, but then so what happened with the Harlem Shake? I was in that time period. That song blew up. The record industry started putting money behind these other content pieces, and I was a little bit ahead of the game where I did a lyric video for Jesse J and Kick Ass 2. I like won a contest on some website. It's like $300 in a weekend, and me and like four other guys, we made a whole lyric video. It was like comic book based in,
Oh,
in
that's
that
cool.
time, but so like we're doing things like that, and I was doing lyric videos for small bands for like $300 or $400, and and then what happened was, the Harlem Shake kind of like changed how, those videos were being produced. And you know, I think I put on Twitter, like on one of our like smaller lyric videos, like hashtag lyric video, and then someone at my first rep saw it, and then she signed us to do lyric videos for like a sub rep company for
Wow.
yeah. Yeah. So long story short is that so I would do animation for the NFL. In the off season, I would do animation for the record labels. So I would start to do lyric videos for Eminem and Death Cab for Cutie, and things like that, like all over the place, and Machine Gun Kelly, and we would do enough of those. And I think at one point we did, I think it was close to like 65 or 70 in a year, which is kind of crazy. It's like averaging more than one a week, and
Wow.
it was just me and one other guy in reality, and we cranked those out and kind of gained the trust of these music video
Yeah.
commissioners and these labels, and got in as a vendor with them, and we just kept. And for years, I would just keep, trying to dig like how can I write on an official video, ask my rep, and ask these connections and things like that. It did. I would write on stuff, and I wrote for like 2 years without ever booking a job, and would just continue making the lyric videos.
So
And
can you elaborate on that? When you say you would write on stuff, what does that mean?
I would write. They would send out a brief for a music video, this much money, they want it by this date. Here's the song, and it's very much how the process works now too. But at that time, I really wasn't an established production person or a director or anything like that. So in that meantime, I was just taking anything I could get and shooting videos with, my friends, the same band, from high school and things like that, and just try to build up uh, a production reel. And then from there, eventually, with all of the animation background, and then people seeing that we could do some production, people finally took a shot on us for like some smaller videos, and then from there we just kept doing them.
Yeah, that's
So
wild.